Hello there. The last shaving video that we did, I showed you the Feather Artist Club SS Kamisori razor, and I told you that I had a budget alternative to that razor for those that either don't have the money or don't want to spend that kind of money to try out a Kamisori Shavette. This is it. I would pronounce that Univinlions, but Univinlions, who the heck knows? It's Chinese. Not the words, but the Chinese named it, and you know how they are, okay? It comes, you can buy it several different ways. This is about $11. I'll try to link down to it if I can remember, but I'm notoriously bad on memory. But I'll try to link down in the description. This version, and this was a gift from a very good friend. This is a fantastic shaving razor. I would defy anybody to tell the difference in feel between this and that feather. It ain't gonna happen. And I'm not comparing the two razors as far as which one's better or anything like that. I'm just saying that this razor shaves just as good as that feather. Now, the materials that they're made of, and this comes with a set of blades. I believe there's 10 in it, but it might be 15. But the blades that come in this razor, I've seen some reviews and people said the blades weren't any good. These are just as good as the feathers that I'm using. And I use these in this blade, in this razor. But when you look at this razor, it's a lot like the feather. Hold on a minute. This is just for comparison's sake of the design. Okay? But if you look at this razor, let me put the feather in my left hand. Well, it doesn't matter. Okay, when you look at this razor, and you look at this razor, you see that this is just a flat, smooth surface. There's none of this going on. And when you look at this razor, if you look at the edge of it real close, it has a kind of a bevel right on the edge. I have to be careful because there's a blade in this. And that bevel helps with the angle. I can feel it on my face, and it helps me get the right angle. When you look at this razor, it just looks nicer because the stainless steel is readily apparent. It just looks like a more professional razor. And the feather says that this can be boiled 212 degrees to sterilize and all like that. Now, when you look at this razor, and this is supposedly, I think, more a copy of the Kai, but I have never seen the Kai, so I don't know. I know that the internal workings of this razor are exactly the same as that one. And I'll show you that here in a minute. But I'm sure you're not going to boil that. It comes with this little thing here that's supposed to help your hand grip it. I never hardly even feel that in my hand, so it doesn't matter. But you notice this doesn't have that bevel. It doesn't make a dime's worth of difference to me. I can shave with this razor just fine and keep the angle. I don't need that bevel. But that is a feature of that razor that doesn't exist here. But when you look at this razor, it operates just like the other. You just squeeze it. But now it can be taken apart. And the internal parts look like this. Okay, now I'm going to put that back together. And I'll take the feather apart. And I've got to take the blade out of it, so hold on a minute. When you look at them, they're They're very, very similar. The only difference is you have two little springs coming out, and the other one has like one spring that goes across here. But it's basically the same exact thing. This Univinlions, that's what I'm calling it. You can call it what you want. I gotta get this one together. They're equally fussy about assembly. I'm gonna put the blade in this. Hold on a minute. Okay, what was I saying? This is a stainless steel razor. According to the manufacturer, and I believe it, this is a stainless steel razor with a caveat. The website where I get this from, AliExpress, says that this is 6CR13 stainless steel. This is a stainless steel. It's a steel. I can feel it. The weight between the two of these are almost identical. I can't feel a difference. I'm sure there might be a bit of a difference, but not enough that I could tell. This is balanced really well, just like that. And since they basically copied that design and the Kai, then it makes sense. But 6CR13 is a softer steel. The most that you would ever get out of 6CR13, it's kind of like a 420D. It's the kind of metal that a lot of razor blades and a lot of barber shears and stuff like that are made out of. That or J2. Okay. And on its best day, you'll get 57 Rockwell. But the manufacturer or distributor of this razor is telling me they harden this to a Rockwell hardness of 58 to 60. And that's not happening on 6CR13. So, I don't know, there's something going on, something hinky going on with that. And what I suspect is that they know that people are up on Rockwell hardness. A lot of people are when it comes to steels. And they also know nobody's going to test this razor. So they're going to give it a rating that they think people want. And nowadays the modern steels in the 60, 61, 62 range is the rage. And so they said it's 58 to 60 because they know ain't nobody going to check it. Does that change anything about the performance of this razor? None whatsoever. But now you can see a difference in the build quality of this razor and this razor. Just flat out. But does that harm the shave at all with this razor? Absolutely not. This is a slamming shaving razor. I love this razor as much as I love this razor. For different reasons. With this razor, I can pamper myself. I know the quality is there. It's a joy to shave with because of that. With this razor, the bargain is there. And I like getting a bargain and still getting a sweet shave. So I love them both for different reasons. They'll both be in my stable, and I'll shave them both all the time. Anytime that I do Kamisori. I've used a couple of the Chinese blades, and they've worked well. So the possibility still exists that the quality control on them is bad, and I will get a bad shave. There's one other thing to point out. I don't know if you can see the blade gap. Well, I don't have a blade in it. Do I? Do I? Yeah, I do. Okay. Sometimes I can't see that well. So, I can get a very, very small, sure, you can't even hardly see the blade gap. But I promise you, it is there. Okay? This razor has quite a bit of blade gap. That's as far down in that razor as that will go. So this is a bit more aggressive. But I can take this razor. I showed you that on the video before. And adjust it so that I get whatever I want out of it. But I prefer a smaller gap in this razor. We're going to shave with this today. And the video is going to be long. Y'all don't care, right? We're going to use Crampet's Frostbite, slamming good soap, and it's hot. So that'll be welcome. And I'm going to use my Simpson Duke 2 Best Badger. I'm just going to warm up the water. Wet my face. And wet the brush. And I'm going to load up. I hope everybody's been doing well. Man, the menthol and the frankincense in this coat. Oh, man, this stuff is good. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me turn my water off. I don't know why I'm running it. I spent the morning doing some errands. And then I want to keep that because I worked for it. And then this afternoon, I've got several days growth. I grabbed a camera and spent 2 or 3 hours chasing wildlife and photographing nature. This stuff is like mad slick too, by the way. Just enjoying the beautiful day. It was windy. I chased a great blue heron along the side of the riverbank, but I got real close to him too. I mean, I got within 5 feet of him with a 300 millimeter lens and got his eyeball, but it's hidden behind a bunch of leaves and stuff like that, and he got away from me before I was able to get the camera up and follow him as he flew away. He got between trees and stuff like that, and just they're real shy birds. They don't, where most typical birds would wait until you got pretty close to them, and I snuck up on him. I was just lucky enough that the bank was high, and I was able to, because I was along the riverbank, to kind of scooch down and and slowly move toward him. But he saw me, or heard me, one of the two, and he didn't know what it was at first. And I put the camera up. I had the camera up, and I had it on his face, and I was waiting for him to get, to put his head out where it was in the clear, and I just took a picture of that and posted that, and I started taking shots, because when you're photographing birds and stuff like that, the small animals, stuff that moves around, let me dry my hands, a lot, you need a high shutter speed, and you need to, I basically have my camera on burst mode so that as long as I hold the trigger down and as long as the buffer in the camera will do it, it just goes high speed when I do wildlife, because that's the only way you actually can get a clear, sharp shot, because they move so much. And so, here we go. Yeah, he heard the click of the shutter, and he was like, and flew away. So, I pursued him, and I could almost reach out and touch him, but he got away before I could get a decent shot. But that's all right to share the area with him and kind of interact with him was awesome, whether I got anything worth posting on the internet or not. It was an honor. Just to be out there with him. And he's a regular there. I've got shots of him before, but nothing ever that close. But I will. Because it's just started. And he'll be around. Blades are nice and smooth. No issues whatsoever. Nice shave. The menthol in that soap's a bomb. Good stuff. And I don't know if it's a blade gap on the two razors. for the design of the head, for lack of a better term. But the blade angle on this razor, when you shave with it, is closer to the cheek, more like a traditional straight razor. And no, that doesn't really matter to me. If I want a traditional straight razor, I got plenty of them, and I'll shave with them. These are Shavette. And one of the things that I really like about traditional shaves lovely. Is the different qualities and the different characteristics of different razors. Lovely. Beautiful shave. Wonderfully smooth. Hard to beat that. I'm gonna I cannot find my washcloth. It should be here, but I can't find it. That's alright. Lovely shave. I'm going to finish it off with nice shave with Crampage Frostbite aftershave. This is slamming good stuff. If you've never tried this, you don't know what you're missing. Just good stuff all the way around. Alright, that's it. If you're looking for a Kamisori style razor and you don't have a whole lot of money, the Univinlions fits the bill really well. It's a slamming shaver. It's well balanced. It feels good in the hand. It's a little bit more aggressive though. If you want, and it's a Shavette, and the Shavettes, I don't care what kind they are, you better watch yourself because they do not forgive like a straight does. The feather, if you want a more, I don't know, I'm kind of missing the word, but more luxurious look, a higher quality to the build and to the materials and all of that, and you can afford $130 or $120, the feather would be a good choice. So the Univinlions, like I said, I think it's like $11, and it's 95 to 98% of the shave. Well, like I said, I probably couldn't tell you the difference if I was blindfolded. So, alright, bless you. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.